Hi, my name is Doug Korn. I'm a fly tyer for Parks Fly Shop out in Gardner, Montana. And today I'm going to be tying a Semi-Seal leech for you. It's one of the patterns that I really like to fish every now and then when I get a stubborn fish that won't take everything else I'm throwing at them. Um, I'll put one of these leeches on and give that a go. I like to fish it dead drifted upstream of the fish, and let that fly just dance and bob right on past them. And usually, when the fish sees this leech, they just got to eat it. So, anyways, it's real good out in the places like the northeast corner of the park, Yellowstone National Park, where those fish have seen every fly known to mankind. And you throw one of these leeches at them, and chances are pretty good they haven't seen one of those in a while. Um, they take it with confidence, and you can usually land that trout that you're after. So, anyways, today, Semi-Seal leech in the vise. I've got a 1x long, size 12 nymph hook with a 3.5 millimeter copper bead, and I'm going to be using Serafil thread here. It's not a common thread, but it's a good thread because you can split it. It's a 2-ply twist thread, and works really well. So use a thread that you could split. Um, if you don't have a thread that you can split, then you can use a dubbing loop instead. So, anyways, take your thread back to between the barb of the hook and the point. Turn your waist and get your dubbing. So here's the Arizona Semi-Seal. I like the black. I tie this in black and Canadian olive, which is their rainbow color, and those are the two dubbings I like the best. Take a clump of that dubbing. You can see it here. It's got a lot of sparkle and UV in it. It's really a nice dubbing. Take a good clump, and we're gonna pull these fibers apart and stack them, trying to align them lengthwise. Get them all parallel in there. And when you do, get them where you want them. Put them, offer them to the hook. Take a soft loop and get that tying thread right behind the the last wrap of thread that you had originally put on the shank there. And you can feel it when it's on the bare shank and tight up against that last wrap. Then you're going to come back 3 to 4 turns, and then take this front clump and bring that back over the top, and do 2 more turns right behind, forming that nice ball that you see there, and wind forward about 5 turns. That forms the tail. Pull off any excess material, and that is your tail, and that's not coming out of there. That baby's locked in there pretty good. So now you're going to form your dubbing loop. So pull your thread down. On this thread, you got to untwist it so that you can get your dubbing needle in there. Open your loop up, and you're going to start inserting your dubbing. And you're going to build about a 4-inch dubbing noodle. When you get it in there, give it a spin. Give your bobbin a nice spin. Just work that up into the threads, and you can start wrapping. You want to work your way back to that ball and get your first good wrap right behind that ball of dubbing that you had there when you formed the tail. When you get it in there, then you can just start working your way forward. And as you do, pull these fibers back. As you get to the long ones, just pull those back, pull them back. Don't worry about what the fly looks like. Just put one wrap in front of another, pulling those fibers back as you go. When you get to the end, you're just going to do a double whip finish. Finish off this fly. Trim your thread. And that's all there is to it. Now all you've got to do is brush out the fly. So for that, I use a toothbrush, an old toothbrush that I've cut on an angle. Our head guide, Walter Weesey, out in Parks Fly Shop, Wally showed me how to use this little trick, and it's nice because what you get is a stiff brush up in front where the fibers are short, and soft in the back where the fibers are long. So it works good for brushing out flies and teasing out dubbing. So here you go. You just give this brush a good going over. Don't be afraid to really get right in there and work it out. You want this fly to be fairly sparse so that all these long fibers dance in the current, and that's what makes it irresistible to the fish. So there you go. Semi-Seal leech. Tie some up.